Hey there and welcome back to SnowRunner. Today we are going to, well, actually make something interesting. We are going to make some large pipes, believe it or not though, right? You know, for the factory main block. First part is complete. Yeah, will we destroy our truck right over here though? Can we just go? Yeah, nice though, nice. So we did find out though, the two smaller you know, like warehouses that we did fix up on the other side of the railroads and on the other side of the map, right around here. There's 26 of them in total. 10 in one, 16 in the other one. I mean, somebody's been hoarding those big boys. Anyways, let's go and fill up the Western Star 6900 twin steer. One monster of a hauler though. Now I truly do hope though that this muddy road will be fine for it though, right? You know, to haul up. Hopefully, well, I do remember there are a lot of rocks, so hopefully we do not tip over or anything like that. But it's going to be a great adventure anyways. So yeah, man, we do need 4 coals for 1 large pipe. So keep that in mind though. You do need a large truck to do this, like the twin steer, or you know, like you can go with a 3-slot bed truck like the Foron 73210 or the Azov, and then you can also go with a nice flatbed truck, right? You know, with a flatbed trailer. Don't use a separate trailer though, one that is actually attaching to a low saddle for more balance and more engine torque to wheel power. So that's nice. So yeah, you know, keep that in mind though. It's a couple drives back and forth, but so far, as you can see, the twin steer is really doing good though. Really doing good. We are going to avoid the railroad to the right though, because that's going to be one major issue. Although we could go to the right here, go through the swamp, and then that way. The turn might be a little bit of an better be careful though, but I think we might manage. Might be careful because to the left here, where the rock pattern starts, right to the right of the nose that I'm at right now, is a dip, and there's a slope to the left side. Yeah, this is what I meant. That could easily go wrong if we were a little bit quicker than that. Always control your speed though. I'm talking to myself there because I don't do that always. Alright. High gear through the mud, boys. Be careful there for the bounce. Yeah, this is a tight haul though, through the swamp. Or actually, it's more like a bog at this moment though, huh? Where I'm from, we call this a moor, especially if it's stagnant for a couple of years, right? You know, and then it stays a moor. Right now it's just flooded, but if it stays like this, it becomes a moor. There's a bit of woodland though, with mud that becomes a little bit like quicksand, but not really like a swamp quicksand though. No! Ooh! Yeah, boy! We did a nice little lasso there. Alright, so believe it or not though, right? You know, I'm actually surprised, because this will take around, I would say, around 5 minutes of the track. 5 minutes though. Times 2. Remember, we also have to go back. So yeah, that's 10. It is absolutely a lot though. And then we have to do that twice. So 20 minutes of transport time we did actually save here. That sounds like I'm overestimating it, but I'm not. Think about it. We went here to the right. We had to go through here. This is all very thick snow and mud, right? Then we have to go over here, which is a lot of snow and thick snow. So snow drive is real. Then we have to go like this. Then we have to go like that. This little bit doesn't seem like much though, but that is absolutely 5 minutes. And we have to go back and forth, so that's 20 in total. That's insane though, huh? Yeah, a good logistics person, right? A logistics planner and all is worth gold. Truly is though. If you want, some of you might still be going to high school and stuff like that, right? You know, and then college. And you're into this stuff, either become a specialized trucker or a specialized logistics person, right? You know, and I mean real specializations here and there. And it's not just, you know, like spreadsheets planning and all. It's planning roads, checking heights of bridges, types of roads, right? You know, calculating the length of the truck. And then the corners that you have to make at certain times. It also depends on what areas you're living in though, right? Because a lot of those things are also with GPS. You might probably have specialized GPSs like that though. But a lot of the trucking industry, it's kind of raw dogging though, isn't it? There's sadly not a lot of support for the trucker business. If it was though, you know, the roadside diners would be a little bit more healthy. Especially the gas stations, right? You know, with food and all. You know what would be nice if you ever own a company? Like, if you have truckers working for you, give them a little bit of a raise when they go to a gym that is in your city, right? You know, that's a nice little social thing though, isn't it? Just a little bit of a raise, you know, like $50 or something, because a healthy trucker is a good trucker for you. It's a good employee. And that's a decent motivation, of course. You know, you can even pay for the monthly rate right off that gym if they do visit. If they don't, just you know, that's it. No extra cost either, so, you know. There are these little things, like there are certain countries, if you drive real good, right, you know, and you barely get any tickets, you know, no accidents and all like that, and I'm talking about barely, you get a silver driver's license. If you never ever have that, you get a golden one, right? You know, insurance goes down and everything. It's just a massive benefit though. It's kind of funny, like a lot of governments though do like to punish their civilians, you know, but they never reward them for either good behavior or being part of, you know, the community and stuff like that. I'm not a socialist, but I think we have to reward good and decent and normal behavior though, right? You know, there has to be something back for it. Instead of being, oh, you know, it's just normal though, right? You know, especially with insurances and stuff. All right, stop here. And I kind of want to make one directly. Pipes are employed primarily to convey liquids and gases, slurries, powders, and masses of small solids. Pipes are manufactured specifically towards their ultimate purpose and come in a wide variety of shapes and sizes. I love Wikipedia like this in games, right? You know, I love it. Look at that. I should read this more. A large shipment of supplies and materials packed into a cargo container and prepared for transportation in any condition. It may contain anything from clothes to food rations. Nice. Right. Oh, yeah. Let's go and haul this big boy off directly. Engine stalled. Great. Come on. I should actually have, you know, loaded it up. Now I wonder though, do you think that we can actually haul it up there? Doesn't this look sexy though? I mean, look at that. Isn't that sexy though, right? You know, that big pipe on the back of a truck? Kind of sounds like a slang though, but I love it. I love it though. So I think they are going to build a big chimney with this. And I do like it. It is the way how we are doing business now in SnowRunner. It just feels so much better. But it also feels like we have so much pressure on us. You know? We have absolutely so much pressure on us that without us, though, everything collapses here. And it's actually, I get why the philosophy behind the design is here in the game. Because without the trucker, everything just stops. You know, it's like if there are no plumbers, you know, everybody will just die of diseases. Because plumbers heal or keep people healthy more than any doctor can cure any patient, right? You know, and that is a sad fact though, but it's a necessary fact to know. It just gives a lot of respect to plumbers and, you know, like the sewers and all, and the garbage man, right? You know, they do keep society healthy more than any vitamin pills, medicine, doctors, etc. can do, you know. So that's crazy if you think about it. And the same with truckers, man. It's the bloodline, you know. These truckers, they are the red blood cells that transport anything that our body or organs and all need, though. At the right time, in the right position, you know. And if something goes wrong, we are just bye-bye. You know what I mean, though? So, if you see a trucker, let him truck. You know what I mean? Nothing. You don't need to do anything special, though. But yeah, you know, like... yeah, you know what I mean. Booyah. And if any of you truckers are watching, though, just know that I respect you, though, you mother trucker, right? You know. Alright, thank you for your service. Let's go all the way back. Alright, last haul, though. We are still here right outside of the factory. Which one? The steel factory, of course. So yeah, you know, the rolls, man, you know, it feels nice to hold them from there. So they were 16, we did take 8 away. That means that there is 8 left. Plus the other one right next to it has 10 left. Meaning there's still 18 of these beautiful rolls right there, though. So if we do need them, very nice, we know where to find them. 5 to 7 minutes drive further, we do have another 10 of these steel rolls. So that's very nice, though. That is a beautiful combination now, isn't it? So, yeah, there is a paradise here for steel rolls. So, if you do need them, go to Big Salmon Lake. Of course, you know, repair every little place that you have to go through. You know, like behind us right over there, that was locked and blocked. So, you know, you guys have to fix the roads first, you know, to open them up. And it's free sailing, though, huh? Delivery right here. There we go. There we are. And off we go. Now, of course, you know, I'm not sure if we can deliver this again and then build something else, which I doubt, though. But yeah, you know, like we gotta be careful with the steel coals. If all those steel coals are actually gone, we just have to haul metal beams to the steel coal factory in the other map. It's close to the gold mine, close to the border, but a little bit off. It's between the 2 points where we can actually enter this map. There we have to make the steel coals. Then I have to drive over here to make the pipe, right? And then we can haul it towards the factory that we have to go through now. In other words, heck of a job. Absolutely amounts and amounts of work there. So better click carefully if you are doing these little things here. Better safe than sorry, in other words. Alright, we're slowing down. High gear up. 50 kilometers an hour. It's kind of interesting to see, by the way, right? You know, like, USA is the only country with freedom meters, you know, like freedom measurements. Yeah, I kind of wanted to go reverse there, though, but a little bit too late. Very strange, though. I could just have hit the brakes, of course, but I thought, why not put it in reverse, mid going front. Poor gear, yeah, poor gearbox though. That is going to be bad though. Oh, slow down because this seems to be a little bit tip heavy if we're going too quick here. Man, how will this look like, by the way? Yeah, all these slabs that we produced, though, are now over there to the right. Beautiful little tower we made. We made that over there with the beautiful pipes and all. Man, you know, new pipes over here and there. Man, the progress is awesome to see, right? I feel insulted. Probably the pipes that we did haul over here is probably below the ground though. But oh well, look at that though. That's a lot of money for quite an interesting job. This is a vital stage in building the whole plant. Thanks to your persistence, we did the impossible. Here is your share. 26,000. By the way, those men over here, these Canadian boys, right, you know, build all of that without a crane. That's some heavy lifting, man. He must be ants, though. Anyways, let's go to the next one. Factory sewage treatment facility. Wait a minute. So we have to drop something down here, too. Interesting. So metal frame, metal frame, metal frame, metal frame, metal frame. Haha. We do need bricks, as you can see. We do need cabins 3 times. Interesting. Medium pipes 3, concrete blocks 4, bricks 4. Yeah, so this is going to be an interesting one. We have brick, metal, metal. And then we do need pipes from here. So I'm going to do that one directly there. And over here we do need the residential area. Alright, so what we could probably do though is get these from here towards there. Although it feels really, really wrong. Cabin construction site is here too. Now we know what we have from that side. Ay, 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 ay. It's going to be interesting. And it all has to be put in here. Okay, such large-scale construction takes lots of resources, human resources too. Don't forget your workers will need housing. A nearby factory produces great cabins. It may be worth looking at. Alright, probably indeed. Well, let's go back. Let's go make some medium pipes though. This is a little bit better one for us though, right? Because we only do need 2. 4, 2. Nice. 2 for 1 actually, right? You know, yeah, that's the lingo. 2 for 1 medium pipes, beautiful pipes though, as you can see. Very, very, very shiny. So yeah, you know, off we go and let's deliver that. We do need, well, 3 in total. So this is going to be an extra haul. And I would say, yeah, everything else though, we have to just check out if we can get some metal beams somewhere too. Or maybe we have to go through the swamp though. Wow, they really made that shiny now, didn't they? Look at that. My retinas are being burned though. Oh, that's the angle of the sun right over there, man. Whew. Yeah, by the way, instead of just random updates, right, you know, in DLCs, I would love... Heck, at this point I will just pay for it because my reshaders don't really seem to work correctly though, right, with the game. You know, like and my other settings, it's not like other games where we can just disable bloom. You need to get some type of mod though, right, you know, to actually get in it. It's a little bit reduced though, but I cannot reduce the bloom lightning effect more than what we have right now. So, yeah, I will pay for a DLC though that introduce a bloom slider, you know, where we can turn it completely off, have it on low, medium, or like now, atomic fire setting. You know what I mean though? It's such an important thing that we can control lightning in games. Ooh, oh, yep. Nothing to see there, boys. Nothing to see. By the way through the swamp is getting a little bit tougher and rougher though for us, right? You know, we have been over that for such a long time that the mud is now getting rather deep over there. I will get one more of these. So yeah, this is great though, right? You know, something absolutely did happen. That we had a smooth ride, so there was nothing to show though. Sometimes you just want something to happen, right? You know, especially if we are doing the same road like 20 times or something, right? In total we did that road, I believe, 5 times now, I believe though. Back and forth, that is. Oh, yep. Oh, it's the slide down the slope right over here, man, that is doing it for us. And we did, you know, dig a hole over there, dig a little trench. But yeah, we are right now arriving in the dark, which is awesome, right? You know, I love night driving in this game. It's so amazing. It's very atmospheric though. But it's, yeah, it's not a great viewer's experience though, right? You know, see a bunch of lights here and there on the dark screen. I get it. But yeah, you know, let's go and deliver these pipes. And look at that, we already are quite in here. There you go. Oh, big delivery, I know. Well, by that though, I also want to thank you all for tuning in. I am on a hard cap right now with my time. And I try to have a max and a minimum time, of course, you know. But if we are going over the max time, then, you know, it is not entertaining either. So I really have to focus on that. Although I really want to keep going right now, I have to force myself. I just love the game though. And I hope you did love the episode. See you in the next one. We did build the factory up. And apparently it's not just done, because now we have to do the sewage here though. That's interesting. See you later. Have a wonderful time. Take good care of yourself. And bye-bye.